Good morning, children. This is Vedagopal sir. With the future tense topic. In the previous classes, we completed the present tense forms and past tense forms. Now we are going to discuss the forms of the future tense. The forms of the future tense are written here. Simple future tense, future continuous tense, future perfect tense, future perfect continuous tense. All the future actions or all the future tense forms contain the words either will or shall. So wherever or in whichever sentence you find the words such as shall or will, you can refer to them as actions that are going to take place at some time in the future. And how these different forms are used for different purposes to talk about the future, we are going to discuss now in this class. Just like other tenses have 4 forms, future tense also has got 4 forms. Simple future tense, future continuous tense, future perfect continuous tense, future perfect tense and future perfect continuous tense. All these refer to future actions only, but how they are different from one another or how they are used differently to refer to different future actions, we are going to discuss now. First, the simple future tense. It refers to an action or a state of being that is expected to take place at a certain time in the future. Suppose any action that is expected to take place at a certain time in the future, it is conveyed through simple future tense in this way. They will come tomorrow. Tomorrow refers to future time. Will is there. So, it is future simple. They will come. I will or I shall finish this project by tomorrow. I shall finish this project by tomorrow. So, whenever you find the words such as shall or will in the sentences, you can say that they refer to future actions. If either will or shall is followed by V1 form of the verb, that is said to be in simple future tense. That verb is said to be in simple future tense. So, we can say that the structure is like this. The structure can be written like this. Subject shall or will plus V1. If you find this structure in any sentence, subject followed by shall or will followed by V1 form of the verb, we say that those sentences are in simple future tense. Okay, children, let us go to future continuous tense. Let us go to future continuous tense, the second form of future tense. Just as present continuous is used to talk about the actions going on now or at the time of speaking, past continuous tense is used to talk about actions which were going on at some time in the past. Future continuous also is used to refer to an action that is expected to be in progress or that is expected to be going on at some time in the future. Okay, children, look at this example. She will be joining her duties tomorrow. We shall be studying from 7 to 9 p.m. in the night. So, in every future tense form, you can see either the words shall or will occur there. Here, we get will be plus ing form, shall be plus ing form. When you find such kind of structure where shall be or will be followed by ing form of the verb, you can say that the sentence is said to be in future continuous tense, or the verb or tense of the verb used in a sentence is in future continuous tense. I repeat, when you want to refer to an action that is expected to be in progress at some time in the future or that is expected to take place over a period of time in the future, we use future continuous tense. She will be joining her duties tomorrow. We shall be studying from 7 to 9 p.m. in the night. My father will be returning from the city next week. You will be appearing for the school final exams in the month of March next year. So these are all going to take place over a period of time in the future, or which are expected to be in progress at some time in the future. So how can it be identified? When you see these phrases shall be or will be followed by ing form of the verb, you can say that the sentence or the tense of the verb used in the sentence is in future continuous tense. Let us go to future perfect tense. Let's go to future perfect tense. The third form of the future tense. The future perfect tense, the third form of the future tense, children, now we are going to discuss. You remember, present perfect tense is used to talk about actions which are just completed. Past perfect tense is used to refer to actions which were completed just before certain time in the past. Now let us see what exactly or actually the future perfect tense refers to. Future perfect tense refers to an action that is expected to be completed before a certain time in the future. When an action was completed before a certain time in the past, we use past perfect tense. When an action is expected to be completed before a certain time in the future, we use future perfect tense. For example, she will have left for the US by the end of next month. So, before a certain time in the future, what is that certain time in the future mentioned here? By the end of, before the or by the end of next month is the certain time mentioned here. What is going to happen before that? She will have left for the US. So, you are expecting that action to be completed before the end of the next month. So, such actions are conveyed through future perfect tense. She will have left for the US by the end of next month. See, by 2025 means by 2025, we shall have educated all the children in the country. By 2025 means the government estimates or hopes to educate all the children in the country. So, by 2025, before this certain time only, this time, we shall have educated, future perfect tense. This action is expected to take place before this time. By 2025, we shall have educated all the children in the country. So, how do you identify future perfect tense, children? When you find a subject followed by shall have or will have, followed by V3 or past participle form of the verb, we say it is in future perfect tense. Future perfect tense refers to an action which is expected to be completed before a certain time in the future. It is expected to be completed. I repeat one more sentence. I say one more sentence. You will have completed your school education by April next. You will have completed your plus 2 level education by 2023. Okay, children, those actions are expected to be completed before that certain time in the future time, future tense, future forms, future time. What is that action? You will have completed your school education by April next. Or you will have completed your intermediate education by 2023. So, when you want to refer to actions which are expected to be completed before a certain time in the future, we have to use future perfect tense. With that, we come to the end of future tense, future perfect tense, children. Now, let us discuss the last future tense form, future perfect continuous tense. The last form of future tense, children, now we are going to discuss before we complete this session, future perfect continuous. Just recollect what we discussed about present perfect continuous and past perfect continuous. We discussed during the present perfect tense structures, present perfect continuous tense is used to refer to an action that started before or that started in the past and continuing till the time of speaking or still in progress at the time of speaking. Whereas past perfect continuous tense is used to talk about the duration of an action till that particular time of action, till that particular moment in the past, time in the past. In the same way, future perfect continuous tense is used to refer to an action that started before and will continue over a period of time in the future. Already that action started, is in progress now and is expected to be in progress for over some time in future also. Action started before, look at this, and will continue over a period of time in the future. Mr. Gopal will have been working here for 20 years next year. Means by next year, it will be 20 years that Mr. Gopal will have been working with us. Mr. Gopal will have been working here. Means he will complete 20 years of his working in this particular place by next year. That means action started in the past already and is expected to be in progress for over some time in the future also. That's why we say next year. For over some time in the future also this action is going to take place. Action that is already started. In the same way, I shall have been watching the news by the time my father arrives. By the time my father arrives from the office, I shall have been watching the news. Means you are expecting or you are trying to refer to an action that is expected to be in progress for over some time in the future and that's already started before. Means you already started watching the news, that is in the future, and you will continue that work till your father arrives. So, I shall have been watching the news by the time my father arrives. In this way, when you find the structure shall have been or will have been followed by ing form of the verb, students, you can say that the tense of the verb used in the sentence is in future perfect continuous tense. Future perfect continuous tense. Continuous tense always you can find the verb in ing form. That is called V4 or present participle. Shall have been or will have been you will find there followed by ing form. You can say that sentence is in future perfect continuous tense. With that we come to the end of all the tense forms, children. Very carefully you follow, you learn these things thoroughly. Otherwise, remaining topics it will be difficult for you to follow and learn quickly. Unless and otherwise you are thorough with this topic. The remaining topics you will find it difficult to understand. Okay, children? Thank you for being with us.